welcome back to Farming Sim 2019 on this lovely mid-spring rainy day. As you can tell, we're not where we normally are in Lone Oak. This is my family farm. Not really. This map is actually based off of pretty close to where I actually live in real life, in Ohio. So we are gonna roll with it. So, with that said, as you can tell, it is mid-spring. We are back home to help out my parents and my grandparents on the family farm. I believe I still have... Where'd it go? There it is. Get a little run in here in this muddy field that's just been planted. As you know, I am a big John Deere fan, and I run just about everything with John Deere. However, in this area of Ohio, there is a Case dealer. There are no John dealers here. So when I went in and bought my seed, alright, kind of lowering the levels a little bit, sorry about that, guys. When I went into the Case dealer to buy my seed to get this field planted, they didn't recognize me. They recognized the name. Come on. There you go. We are connected. Are you gonna pull it up for me? There you go. Take it a second. Okay, it's a little quieter in the cab. Man, this tractor's loud. They offered to loan me this setup to get the fields planted because of the family issues going on, and they knew the fields weren't planted yet. And they had just gotten this in as a trial straight from Case, new for this year. And I just couldn't pass up driving brand new equipment. Granted, my family normally has decent equipment. And they normally try to keep it up to date or in really good condition. So we're going to actually park this right here, kind of right in the middle. Turn that off. We have plenty of stuff going on, plenty of trailers in here. That's going to be our grain trailer for hauling. Fertilizer, herbicide type of stuff. Wow, didn't realize they had this Mac. Woo-wee! They must have just bought that. Yeah, I forgot I left my trailer here. Didn't realize I had that one either. I think they're forgetting to tell me things. And these are all the attachments for my truck. Yeah, I brought my truck with me to this farm. Drove it back home, obviously. I didn't feel like flying. Wasn't that far of a drive. At least not, in field miles. So yeah, it's a nice little farm. As you can see here. No, in case anyone's asking, that's not my actual number's address in real life, so yeah. We basically just have the two fields. This one here, which we already have planted in wheat. And this one, which we just got done tilling. And we are going to, well, I was going to, well, because my parents wanted me to, seed it with corn, but since we have this to try out, it doesn't do corn. So I may have to do, or I may do that in soybeans instead. I guess because we don't get slurry very easily around here. That's what my parents get it chipped in. Ooh. I like the fact they got this set up. Ooh, what is this? Where did they get you? Ah, there we go. Man, you running everything. Man, you are a beast. Spare tire back there. You must be what they hook up to the trailer to haul into the fields. And you off. Man, you run great. They keep you in great condition. Unlike this thing. You need a bath. Yeah, we'll just do a quick run around the fields, kind of get an idea of, give you guys an idea of exactly how things are going. Oh, pothole. I don't know if this is supposed to be lake or pond for the house, but it seems kind of dry. I may have to do some excavating to see what's going on underneath, see if I have to redo something. 'Cause I would like to see my parents be able to enjoy a pond. So, this one is the biggest field that we own. Let's just pull up the fancy dancy little tablet here. That's thankfully waterproof. And we own 62 and 69 field, and this little patch over here. As you can tell, 62 involves all of this. I don't know what's going on and why it reflects that on our tablet, but it does. Then of course this was the field that we just seeded. This, I'm going to have to see what my parents were up to when they bought this, or if they was included in these other two plots at some point. Or if they actually had any thoughts to plant that. Let's take a quick look over here at the fields. I'm soaking to the bone and it's like only 52 degrees, yeah. If I don't get sick, I'd be surprised. Okay, so this one is grass. Let's see here. Is this one ours? Nope. I don't think so. Okay, so this is the other plot that they own. This very wooded, foresty type of area. That's kind of throwing me off. Okay, so there's a little bit of a track to come back here. Got some weeds growing up. Let's take care of those. Oop, right into the stiker. Alright, I'm gonna run into the house, see what's going on, and get an idea. And it is lunchtime, 12:30 almost. I'm gonna go and get some food. And I will be right back, guys. Alright. Dang, still raining. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. That was a good lunch. My mom has always been one of the best cooks. And we got to talking. And actually, they bought that field back there because they are wanting to put in some grain storage. Because even though we have this silo here, it's definitely not the greatest. They don't trust it. They don't use it. It's mainly just here for looks. They do try to keep it maintained just so there's no issue with it possibly coming down, but it's only maintained as minimal as possible. But yeah, so their plans at one point were to put in, like I said, storage for grain. So with the health of my parents kind of going downhill with, everything, and the fact that they just aren't willing and able to do a lot of the major work necessary to keep a farm up and running, their hopes were that I would move back home permanently. So this kind of throws a monkey wrench into my plans at Lone Oak. And that I may have to, or I will be seriously reconsidering my plans for there. And I may have to sell the farm there. Because I would love to be able to come here and work the family farm. Keep it going, keep it in a family. Expand it. Do a lot of the things that my parents just can't do. Upgrade it, modernize it. All of that. Put in lights. For some reason I thought this one had lights. Apparently not. So yeah. I did actually farm that field with this equipment. And for me being a John Deere guy, which in case you can't tell, my parents are too. Ooh, this is a unique setup. Can't wait to try this out. This was what my parents had bought and used for a few years. At least with this. The tractor's a little bit newer than I remember. Okay. It is brand spanking new. Holy crap. 0.1 hour, or heck acre thing on it, apparently. Or 1 hour, I don't know. I don't know what I'm reading, I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, almost 3 kilometers on it. That is brand spanking new. Wow. I guess they were planning on using this to plant. And it just, with being offered to test out the case. I don't know what's going on here. I guess that's what was originally done. Used on the fields before I showed up. Because I showed up and they were spreading lime, using this guy to spread lime out. So they've been trying to get the field up and running. Yeah, and I brought my Thunder Creek trailer with me. That was a heck of a drive. Yeah, for me and my pup, that was a heck of a drive. So, yeah, this is going to be the new farm. I do have to make a quick trip back to finish out harvesting in Lone Oak. But I'm going to help my parents out here, help them get these fields up and going. Plant this field, get some fertilizer spread, get these weeds taken care of. Nasty weeds. So yeah, let's hop up in here. There we go. Let's get everything ready to go, even though we just got done doing that field. Get this unfolded real quick again. doing that. Okay. So far, so good. Tanks are holding up pretty well. And make sure everything's looking good in this wet weather. Over that. Not quite so literal. Oh, you got weights out here on the ends. Hold it down. Fancy. Yeah, like I said, this is all new kind of equipment setup for me. As you guys are well aware, I'm used to that type of equipment for planing. So, yeah. I'll show you guys how this goes and let's get to farming again. Don't hit the barn. I swear I'm not drunk ossifer. I'm just a farmer. So, we're going to do a headland around this field. A very crappy headland, it would seem. Get out away from the tractor there with the drone. Kind of get the sound down. You know, that rain is really loud. Of course I hit a tree with the equipment. Sorry, Case. Don't pay any attention to that. It's not mine. So yeah. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week this week. It's going alright for me. Things are a little crazy at my other job. Between team members quitting and hiring new ones, and you know the drill when it comes to retail. It's pretty high turnover type of environment, or it can be. And it's been a while since I've had any sort of turnover in my area, so we're just kind of rolling along. And I will say, I've went out and voted last week. I think I might mention that in another video. I don't remember, so I apologize if I did. So, yeah, it was the first time during this entire pandemic that I've ever had my temperature checked. And, you know, walking anywhere. I've taken my temperature here or there at home when I feel like I'm a little under the weather, just to see if I have a fever rolling. But that's about it. But going out anywhere, that was the first time I've ever had my temperature checked with one of those touchless thermometers. Yeah, for the second day for early voting in Ohio, I went around 2 o'clock in the afternoon after I got off work on a Wednesday afternoon. And I walked in, there was one person there. Well, one person voting, I'll put it that way. Well, as I was voting, one other person came in. And then as I was leaving, an older couple came in to vote. This is why I love early voting in person. I don't have to rely on the mail carriers. Nothing against anyone who's a mail carrier by any means. But it's the fact that I can go in, do my voting, And even though it's considered an absentee vote because I didn't do it the day of, it still gets counted. It's still handled at the Board of Elections office because that's where I did my voting. So the only time my voting thing was handled by someone else, from the time I walked in to the time I had left, was when they handed it to me before I even voted. And it was in a manila envelope. And when I left, I put it in the little scanner thing, that scanner lockbox thing. I don't know exactly what all it does, but I put it in there myself. And then, as far as I'm concerned, when that's done or filled or whatever, that's the only other time I think it gets touched is when it gets counted. If that, or disposed of. So, for all I know, that scanner recorded all my votes. So, yeah. Hitting my mic again. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, that was my experience with voting. I was in and out in a matter of 20 minutes. The longest thing that had caused me to take so long was just the actual voting. And the only thing I'm going to say that I voted on, or voted for, was the school levy. I do not have kids. But, at the same time, I don't mind paying a little bit more in taxes if it means that the future of our country is being well educated. And the only way they can be well educated is if our schools have the money to do that. You know, when I'm 80 and in a retirement home, not that I would be happy being in a retirement home by any means. No one's coming that way or that way. I don't want the people making the decisions to be dumb, uneducated people. And I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. As long as you're educated, making decisions that benefit everyone and not just yourself, that's all I really, truly care about. Do what's good for the country, not yourself. Because in the end, you will benefit. Alright, enough of that. I just had to get that out there. So, I don't have the help of Paul, doing this. He didn't join me in coming to Ohio. He actually took this time to go on a vacation. So next time I put out a video, hopefully he will be more than willing to help out. And all I'm going to record for you guys is just doing this one headline. This is a really big field. I don't even feel like doing a time-lapse type of video for this because it's not that exciting of a field. I've done those before. Yeah, I do those and it takes up quite a bit of time, or it can. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just this time I'm just trying a few things a little different. And like I said, I'm just trying to show off this tractor. Like I said, it is a demo for me. So once I get done with this field, we're gonna get it emptied out, get it cleaned up, emptied out in all the seed, because that is our seed. I did buy that seed myself. It's just when I was in there buying said seed, they offered this to me because they know my family has always been John Deere. And they know with me being, quote, new blood in the area, even though I'm really not, they figured they would take the opportunity and let me see how some, you know, the Red brand rolls. Because I told him, I'm like, hey, guys, I'm more than willing to drive it and test it out, and I'll do a review for you. If you want me to, you know, if you'll allow me, I'll put it on YouTube even. They're like, yeah, sure, go. Put it on YouTube. Like, we've seen your YouTube videos, which, don't mind that cedar trailer part. Close enough. Yeah, I gotta rework some areas of these fields. Because that little corner would have never been an issue with our other cedar. But with this having that follow behind trailer, makes it a little more difficult to do. Not to mention the tractor being the way it is in terms of articulated in the center like that. I've driven plenty of tractors with the center control articulation. I'm trying to plant in this lane anyway. It's just, with all of this equipment, I'm kind of really not that big of a fan of it. But at the same time, if it works, it works. It may just take me a few to get a little bit more accustomed to something a little different. Which is why you guys aren't seeing the video for the other field. Yeah, I made some major mistakes on that I would care not to let the world see. Man, this rain just will not stop. It was raining the entire time I drove in, and I think I've seen maybe about 10 minutes of just sunshine, and that's it. For this cedar doing as well as it is kind of a big surprise to me. And it may just be because the cedar that I'm used to is a little more outdated and doesn't quite have the capability to keep it so clean as easily. Alright. So I may or may not actually plow through these little sections like this, but given the fact that they're keeping my fields from being flooded with as heavy of a rainfall as we get, and for as much rainfall as I've been getting, I am more inclined to keep them. Sorry, I almost lost my train of thought there as I was making that turn. So yeah. So this tractor is... Ooh, that gets really loud when I get the drum closer. It's the 50th anniversary of the Steiger. Case IH Steiger. Hence why it has the gold hood on it. This thing is a beast. I'm sure you can hear just fine. Hopefully you can hear me over said equipment. I feel like I'm having to yell. But let's hop back in here. This is a relatively straight shot. Straight back up here. Because once we hit the farm, I'm going to cut the video. And I miss being here on the family farm. One thing I need to know though is, or need to figure out, is whether or not we actually own this land or if we just rent it. Because I know this plot over here on the right that I've already seeded, I am almost 100% certain that we own that, and that was the plot that we've always used, we've always owned. And this pathway back to these other fields, we've always let other farmers come through, because they're our neighbors, they're our friends, or at least friends of my family. Though, a part of me kind of wants to see if anyone's willing to part with any of their fields. And if they are, I may just have to own half this area, if not more. So yeah, that's that entire field. It's pretty bland field except for that area over there, where the trees are, and then other little pond is. I will try to get some more information for you guys as far as what my parents are wanting me to do with this in regards to this field. If this is truly something that makes sense, if we get rid of those awful weeds, I'm going to definitely spray that spot. Alright, so that is the case setup, demo setup that I'm running. Like I said, it is the 50-year Steiger edition, 535. And I forgot how much of a beast that these bigger tractors are. And these guys are beast in and of themselves, let alone those guys. And they offered me the option of this one, or there's another one, I think that's called like the Quad Track or something like that. I've seen that ran a lot, but with the Steiger Case IH edition, I thought I'd go with this one, give it a shot. Not sure what model the actual cedar head is. This part, but the pull behind trailer cedar cart is a Case IH 3380. And when they were talking to me about it, they were telling me that they have a couple different wheel options. I'm not sure why there's this part down here. I guess maybe if you wanted to pull a another piece of equipment behind while you're running, I don't know. And one of them is, they have a tread form, or tread that you can put on here instead as an option, which kind of was like, alright, I mean, if you go with this route, you kind of get the same benefit where, from a tread where you're not getting that severe compaction, but I don't know. It's just me. So yeah, I'm going to try to go inside, get warmed up again. Didn't really have the heat on there. I was just comfortable. I'm still soaking wet though. If I'm getting tired, it was a long drive. And with this rain, I don't know if it makes much sense to do much more of this. Because it had just started when I was over here doing this field. So I'm going to leave this parked here, go inside, see what my parents are up to, possibly take a nap. And then once I'm well rested, I'm going to hop back in and get that field finished up. So with that said, guys, until next time, well, actually, before next time, how about you hit that thumbs up? Like that video. But if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment if you think that I need to go back to Lone Oak and stay there, or if the Buckeye State should welcome me back in with warm, open arms. Offhand, I do not remember the name of this map, so I apologize. I will try to get that answer for you. and I will probably put it along the bottom of the screen. It's one of the few maps that is not in the mod hub, in the in-game mod hub. Just about everything else you've seen on my channel with Farming Sim, I have gotten through the mod hub. Now, please don't get mad at me if for some reason you see a piece of my equipment that you love and you really want it on your farm. If you don't find it in the mod hub, leave me a comment down below, and I'll try to figure out where I got it from. Because if anything, just go onto Google, search it, Farming Sim 2019, and whatever the piece of equipment is. So, if anything, I can tell you what it is so you can get a better idea. So with that said, comment below, hit that subscribe button. Because I know quite a few of you who even attempt to watch my videos probably aren't subscribed yet. So if you want to see more, subscribe, and then hit that bell icon, and then make sure you hit it again, because that way it'll pop up with the options so you can see the notifications for all of my videos and not just a few. So now, officially, until next time guys, we'll catch you later. Peace!